Oh, hi, how can I help you?
Hi there, I'm new to metal detecting and I'd like to buy my first detector today. What do you have in the $300 region?
We'd like it to be waterproof, with an adjustable stem and lightweight too.
Absolutely, and I also need great depth as well. I'd like wireless audio, USB rechargeable, and it would be great if you had software updates.
I've been detecting for 30 years, and there's no way you can get all of that for that price.
And that is where this gentleman is wrong, because there is one option. Only one, though. The Nocta Macro Simplex.
And the Simplex becomes the best-selling product worldwide, setting a new bar in terms of price-performance ratio. Simplex has advanced in many ways: hardware, software, design, and ergonomics. Yet one thing has stayed the same: worldwide proven performance and success, backed up by a company that cares. Nocta Simplex New Generation. For every budget.
Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. Hello.
Hello, dear. Good evening, everyone. David, it's gone very dark suddenly.
That's because it's night time, alien.
I was talking to you 5 minutes ago, and it was all bright. What's happened?
I know, yeah, it's just night time now. It's gone
what
dark.
Time is it? 6 minutes past 8.
6:05. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. And Dave is live at Detectival. before we can all get in there, and we might be able
Our
to see a
third
sneak
outdoor broadcast of the year, and the second tethered to my phone, and the first probably and hopefully without any loud ladies around being loud and jumping on people's knees or giggling.
Are they there yet? Are they there
Where?
yet?
Who?
Detectival.
I'm a detective.
No, the ladies who are loud.
Sam and Amanda. I don't think Sam and Nikki. I don't think Sam's coming. And the other one was a Marshall last week and a daughter, Claire, and not Molly. Not Molly was buzzing all weekend and calling herself not Molly to her mates and her dad.
Yeah, that was. It's that time of year again, isn't it? Rally Mungus. All the fields are good. We had Rodney Cook last weekend. Those who went, lovely to see you all. And this weekend we'll be there, and we'll be doing the Big Detecting Show Awards second part, won't we, David?
We will. And for those who did miss the first part of the awards last week at the Rodney Cook, if you go onto the Big Detecting Show YouTube channel or via the Big Detecting Show Facebook. No, the Big Detecting Show website, you will find the show from last week, the awards.
Yes. Apologies for the filming. My son did it after about 6 pints of Stella, so it's all like if you've had a drink and you watch it, it's okay. But if you watch it sober, it's a little bit messy.
If you are Tony Kaywood, everything will be fine.
Yeah, totally fine, especially after Tony's going to Detectival, isn't he?
I can only surmise that is going to be a yes.
Because of last year, yeah. Hopefully,
well, of everything.
Security,
I think he is. I think because he wanted to come to both, but I think last week he had to take his daughter to uni. Methinks.
I think last year the 1-inch drill bit in the toilets. He said he needed that for drilling the ground because it was hard or something. I don't know quite what happened there, but why?
I don't think we'll ever know.
No. But hello to everyone in the chat. Rob Random, when your video goes on YouTube, that's going to go viral. Rob caught a Roman soldier having a trump before the display at Rodney Cook. Have I told you about this, Dave?
No.
It was a big trump. What is it? Not Elstree Studios. What were the Roman Guard at Rodney Cook?
The Ermine Guard.
Ermine Street Guard.
Luke's here. Luke is here.
Oh, hello,
Luke. Come and show people that you exist. Come on.
You got a hat
it's
on.
Not a figment of your imagination. Look, it's Luke.
He hasn't got a hat on.
Hello, Adrian. You're right.
All right. Where's your hat?
My hat's in one of the gators, but I've got no idea which one.
Oh,
not
dear.
Alligators. Not alligators.
Are you going to be coming on later, Luke, to tell us a few things about Detectival, or?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can rustle a few people up, but everybody is very tired. To be fair, we were up about 6:15 this morning, but I'm sure I'll be able to get a few people on.
That'd be very good.
And I'm going to send him a link, so hopefully he's going to just go give a tour of the site on his phone.
Yeah.
He tried to get me to do it, but
I reckon you should send me a link. Then we should use that link so you can jump in a gator live on the show.
That'd be funny.
Then I can take you round. So when we do that,
should we do that? Send Luke the link. Go on a live tour on the gator while it's still light.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. That is proper mobile show for everyone watching tonight. But is it all going to plan, Luke?
Are you doing all right?
Okay. Oh no, it's gone now.
Right, sent in the Luke. It's gone now. It's gone. Chatting.
Toilet's not working. Going back to Rob Random, the Ermine Street Guard, fantastic trebuchets and things at Rodney Cook. Those who don't know, it's a group of men who dress up as Romans and live like Romans all weekend. I don't know what they ate, but this bloke, like Rob said in the chat, it was like a cow pat. Well, it sounded like it. It was like he just lifted his cheek up, and there's a crowd of people behind us, and we all like looked. I thought it was my son at first, and it wasn't. It's Roman. Just like I'm hard, I can do whatever I want. But it's on Rob Random's. It will be. He's going to do a short
random dog walker just come past. Luke's just had to go and give him a tour of the site. It's just a random dog walking.
Like you do. I bet you're thinking, what the hell's going on? All these men camping here, dragon detecting. Are they looking for dragons? He's probably seen. But anyway, so Dave, how is it? You got there? It's all set up nearly, is it?
Mate, it's absolutely stifling when I get here. It was absolutely red hot, and I used the Portaloo for what you're supposed to use Portaloo for. And I was actually messaging you when you were on your home, Lou, as I'm on the Portaloo. And I must have lost about 2 stone, and that was just through sweat. It was just absolutely stupid. Yes, there's me on the toilet having number 2.
There's a little bit of interference, Dave. I don't know if it's me, if anyone else can hear it, but
I don't know.
No.
Anyway, I've got somebody sat coming over just by me. He's going to come and sit down, and I will move things around. He can say hello if we can see him.
We have to snuggle up.
We've got to snuggle.
I should have guessed who it was. Oh, it's Marcus.
I'm
He's
going to have
dark,
to
Dave.
illuminate better, aren't I?
Yes.
So while you chat to Marcus for a moment, I'm going to try
I'm going to try
and get
and
my torch. So I've got a light source.
Marcus, so will the Deus Extreme be this weekend with a pit?
Yes. We have another light.
I've got this, mate.
Yeah, we got the Extreme with us. We've got XP with us. They'll have an Extreme as well. The version 2 software went live, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. For those that are concerned, another software, do I have to need to do an update? The answer is no. The version 2 software is just for running the Extreme. There are 2 amendments to gold prospecting program, but nothing for the hobby for us. So you don't need to go from version 1.1 to version 2. It's not going to give you anything. It's just for running the Extreme in the same way that going from 4 to 5 was to run the X35 coils.
So basically, if you're not got an Extreme, don't worry about it. Or you live in Australia looking for gold.
That's correct. I know that you got one for the magazine. That will need updating online through the normal updater.
Yeah, I did it tonight, and it went smoothly, unlike the previous updates where there was probably a server overload because everyone was doing it as soon as it was announced.
Much so.
And using the wrong leads, which you might want to mention that to people, Marcus, about the leads.
Yeah, it's got to be a data lead, not just a power lead. The ones supplied by XP are data leads. Oh, he's frozen. Oh, he's back. That's the main thing. The biggest thing with the WSAs is when you're looking at the information on the screen, it shows counting 1 to 12. People think that's a timer. It's not a timer. It's a video showing you what to do. The most important thing is you hold the minus button down, then you hold the plus button down for at least 12 seconds until it goes to a slow pulse on the LED, and then you're ready into the update mode that you can then plug your lead from your computer into your headphones, and it's straightforward from then on.
I've not heard that before. People thinking it was a video. That's quite a classic one. But I suppose you do hear a lot from people.
Whose name's Luke? Yeah, Luke.
But
another Luke.
You got to think.
Luke.
Who's that? Sorry.
Another Luke.
Oh, another Luke. How's the Deus 2 Master going, Marcus?
The Deus 2 Master is a really good value for unit item because you can get a Deus, which is effectively a full Deus, because what you have on the WS6 Master is all the controls that you have on the remote, apart from the XY screen and it being waterproof to 20 meters. So on a Deus like £799, if you're using it with just the WS6 on your head, that's a really competitive price to get into a Deus 2 machine. You know, simultaneous multi-frequency with their FMF. You can then make it wireless. So you can have the remote. That puck of the WS6 on the stem comes with that mount anyway, and you just go to a set of WSA headphones. So £950, you've got a Deus with all the capabilities of a Deus 2 with the remote.
Yeah,
nice and neat.
I know Shane, Staffordshire shirt searcher. He's absolutely thrilled with his, and a lot of
Well,
people
he
have
went out.
spoken to.
Was it first 3 events he went? You'll know better than I.
First
three
event, gold ring. Second event, 2 silver. Third day out, another gold ring. Next day out, several rings, including a wedding ring.
You do have to walk over it, but it is a good machine.
But that part of that was on the beach, wasn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
To the point that one of our other metal detecting buddies went and bought a Deus 2 straight off the back of it. Hello.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah. A lot.
Helen Chamberlain's giving me naughty gestures like that.
Does Helen like a front cover? Have you got a copy, Dave?
Just showing her now.
I think I've got one.
It's not the torches that are attracting the fire charges, Matthew. It's my sweater.
So that's Helen, ex Sky Sports. No, what was it called?
Soccer AM.
Soccer AM. Yeah. There's Helen on the front cover of ArcMD Mag, which is free, and it's got all the adverts and things in there, and the Big Detecting Show Awards, which XP won last week for the best metal detector, Deus 2, which is quite impressive, really, when you think the Equinox is, a very big seller in the UK. So you don't believe
Alan,
what you...
I was going to say, Alan, who was here at RCM and is here again this weekend at Detectival, he was very happy to receive that when it was brought over to him by Philippe. So, yeah.
Good. That's
a nice little award to take back for him.
Yes. It's a shame it wasn't in French, but never mind. We'll do that next year. He did very well.
His English is good, so...
Yeah. No, it's something small that Dave came up with, didn't you, Dave? The Detecting Awards. And, next year we may change it so that it's on via the website rather than Facebook. So people who aren't on Facebook can vote as well. So it makes it more open. I think
he's doing a runner, so it's only me.
All right, Marcus.
He's doing a runner at the moment.
What size shoes do you wear, Marcus?
8.
And what's your preferred footwear for detecting?
Walking boots. Or if it's wet, wellies.
Right, okay. Summer walking boots as well.
Still walking boots.
Yeah.
I wear walking boots.
Talking of footwear, the Deus Extreme, I wore Crocs with mine. I literally stripped myself, phone, keys, everything. I wore Crocs. Sorry?
You can't account for taste.
No,
I hate Crocs.
I know Gary. Yeah, but Gary Cook said, even the metal in your boots and everything can affect it. Do we know yet what level is the recommended dress for using the Extreme? Because it is such a sensitive machine.
Basically, you should be okay in the normal footwear. If you were wearing Wellingtons with a steel shank, that would come into the equation. But if you're wearing normal footwear, no, that will be absolutely fine. Recommended you don't have your phone with you.
That's for sure. See your phone.
Nokia.
Recommended you don't have your phone with you. There's a whole list of things. The less metal you have around, the better the response will be. You'll see from people testing this weekend and demonstrating, as last weekend, there's some very good depths for quite small items. We've got about 5 kilos of copper coins with us, and no, that should be. There's a message just come up. He's got metalwork in his ankle. Will it affect? No, it shouldn't. When we were at the Sunbeams rally for Jason Jones the week before, there was a gentleman with titanium in his leg, and we had a good old test with that, and no, not a problem. Titanium being inert anyway, shouldn't be a problem.
Brilliant, excellent. So anyone who wants to see the Extreme in action, head over to Regton's this week.
Yeah, either we will be testing it. Gary Blackwell will be here as well, so he'll be able to demonstrate and answer questions. Alan will be here as well. Alan Lubert, the owner of XP, he'll be here as well.
And then we'll organise, while we're here this weekend. We'll organise for Gary to come on the show, and you and him can do technical gibberish, and I'll just sit at the side eating cake or something.
Well, he's written a fantastic article in this month's treasure hunting magazine around the extreme. So those who want to find out more, it's in this month's treasure hunting magazine. But I will say, it's lovely to carry around the field. You do look a bit of an idiot when it's almost like having a fishing rod upright as opposed to straight out. It is different and weird, and you do have this tendency to start tipping it and trying to detect like you do a normal detector, but it's so lightweight you can walk around with it all day long. The ergonomics are really
I
really
could definitely concur with that. Sylvian briefly showed me one. I didn't want to go out with a I didn't have time to go out with one last week, so he briefly gave me a look at one, and I was surprised how light they were, really.
Yeah, really, really light, and I think the price isn't too bad as well. So I think personally, if you're a club and you've got 50, 100 members, all chuck in a few quid and buy one, and you can really investigate your permissions massively.
Very much so. Just to answer a message from Will Wade that's just come up. No, if you are wearing a suit of armour, you could not use it.
No.
But you
maybe
look darn good doing it.
Yeah, a bit like
you would look good. But yeah, it's a multi-frequency machine as well. So unlike the old ones we saw years ago.
Yeah, it's simultaneous multi-frequency. It's got discrimination, whereas the traditional two-box locators don't. It's a lot smoother, a lot easier to use. There's no real tuning in. It's just whether you want to use discrimination or not. There is ground balance, but we haven't had to use any of that. Not in our demonstration. Very simple. Very effective.
Robocop should be all right because he's made of titanium, so he should be all right.
Yes, but no, I'm looking forward to. I think I'll bring mine along on Saturday because I'm out Sunday with it. So I'll bring it along Saturday. And the battery, Marcus, how long does it last? Out of interest, on the Extreme.
It's around about 10 hours. It's around about 10 hours. The charging is in the front coil, and that runs both coils. It's a USB-C charge, which everybody's moving to now, of course. So slightly different from the existing, but anything going forward will be a USB-C charger.
Already up.
Yeah.
Something that we have here with us at the rally. We've brought a couple of machines with us. One of which is my father's original C-scope. I think it's a VLF 7000, but it's got the S-shaped stem. So we brought that because it's the original S-shaped stem that we did hit mount kits for C-scopes. And we've also brought a copy or taken a picture of the original patent for people if they want to have a look at it from that. We've also got a couple of machines from the 1960s, both with plywood coils for people to have a look at.
Brilliant.
Adrian, Adrian, my daughter's just messaged me. She wants to know how old Tom is. It's your son, mate. Shouldn't be that hard.
Yep. 20.
Is that right?
Yeah, 20. Yeah, I know he looks about 30, but he's quite a big lad, tall, and he's quite stocky. He's down the pub tonight. I'll tell you what, he's got the Deus too, Marcus. He's new to the hobby, spent years taking the mickey out of me, and I thought, right, I'll take him out. This is crikey last year. Gave him the Deus 2 general program, said there you go. I thought, give it 5 minutes. Oh, I'm confused. No, 3 hours later, digging. Well, within 3 hours, didn't hear anything from him, digging stuff up left, right, and centre. So those who think the Deus 2 is complicated, it is definitely not. Because my son has only been able to wipe his own bottom for the last 6 months, let alone use a Deus 2. So yeah, and he pulled up that trade weight, Dave, last weekend at Rodney Cook. Medieval trade weight. Yeah, shield. That was probably about 8 inches down, banging signal, but he's beside himself with it. He's been carrying it around all week, but he's gripped in the hobby. But I said to him about other machines because I've got a few. He went, "No, I like the Deus." I thought, but I think it's like Marcus. We spoke about this at Rodney Cook. it's the tones on the dais and being able to change them through the graphic equalizer.
You can there's so much you can do in the tones, and I don't think that's the end of the tones. I think he will change the audio again, give us more options in future updates. In fact, I'm pretty sure that will happen. Something you mentioned about kids. I mean, I've got 4 boys. I've Seb, who works for us at Regton, 3rd generation in the family. My second son, he's not really interested in metal detecting. But my younger 2, I've got 2 young ones. The youngest, who's 8 years old, he's a natural.
Yeah.
And very, very talkative. He'll make a good presenter on this when he's older.
Oh, good. There you go. My son's very, very shy.
On the reins for the next generation. Mason and him can do it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. We'll be in wheelchairs watching.
We'll ask another question about the Extreme. Will it affect other machines? No, the Extreme has to be used on its own. You don't use it around other machines. It's a bit like if you found a hoard and you've got loads of machines around, trying to see whether there's a rest of the scatter there. That's pretty pointless. You need one machine on at a time. The Extreme is a machine to be used on its own, looking for objects, not around other people. It's not a machine you'd walk across an event field with, for instance. It's got a specific set of tasks and a way of using it. It's a lone machine.
And just remind us, Marcus, the price for the what do you call it, light version without the remote, and the price for the full kit.
So Deus Lite is it's not referred to as Lite, it's a WS6 Master.
No.
It's $799. A full Deus is $1399. Most people these days don't tend to buy it with the WS6 as well, unless they want to split 2 machines. They normally go for a remote and then a set of WSA headphones because it's cheaper. The Extreme is, I think the coil on its own is about $1367. And with remote and WS5 headphones, which I recommend using the WS5s, not the not WS5s, WSA2 XLs, not the WSA 2 headphones, is 2,100 and something. Can't remember off the top of my head.
But when you
not available yet. They won't be available probably until the end of September at the earliest. But
when you say the Extreme with just the coil, that is the whole shaft. Oh, got it in. Yeah. And the handle and everything, isn't it?
It is. It doesn't come with the remote or headphones.
No. Okay. So it's not for a deep seeking machine. That's not a lot of money. No. So we'll see. Brilliant. All right, Dave. Sorry, we've been talking technical.
That's all right. I'm going to let Marcus go and do what Marcus does now.
I'm going to disappear and going to have some supper.
Don't fall over.
I won't.
I won't.
Take care, Marcus.
Okay, cheers. Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much, Marcus. And I've got to sort my light out. So let's see if I can fix that.
Do you know what I like, Marcus? Because the minute I got out my car, no, less than a minute, 7 seconds or something, got in my car at Rodney Cook, Marcus come over. Blah, blah, blah. He was waffling on at me and I was waffling back at him. And I was very much enjoying the technical chat. Very technical guy, Marcus. And if you've got a machine from them and you want to phone him up, do it.
And as soon as I pulled up, Marcus brought a bucket of ice over before. I think he's got Seb and Aaron.
Dave, nice. This looks like that program on ITV. What is it? Or Channel 4-5 Ghost Hunters or something. You've got a young child looking over. Yeah, most haunted. You've got a young child with the cowboy hat.
I could go into the van, but I couldn't have guests coming with me because there wouldn't be much room for them in the van or nowhere to sit. So I could put the lights on in there, but it wouldn't quite work.
Let's say hello to everyone in the chat because it's quite busy tonight. Firstly, more importantly, I've got to thank some people, and we both
have.
More importantly, lovely Carl Ellis, who brought me. I don't really like it. He brought me some red wine.
And me some white wine.
Rodney Cook. He brought you some white wine. He brought us beer. He brought us cake, which was very kind of Carl.
Cake. He brought me cake.
Yeah, he brought you cake, not me. We've got who else did it? Box it. Wayne Rowland. No, not Wayne Rowland. Was it Wayne Rowland? He gave us a lovely box for the big detecting show with wine in it. Who else did we have? Tom Dempsey. He was a lovely guy, along with Steve Shorters. They came out of this at Rodney Cook in the buggy thing. Moutsler, Black Ada. Yeah, he was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then we got Julian Evanhart. He was pushing his book, and he's on next week. And more importantly, thank you to all the marshals last weekend who made it such a great event, and also Gary and Lisa for helping everyone raise a lot of money this year. A lot of money.
We don't know how much yet, but a lot of money.
More than it just keeps going up, and I think the people in this hobby, hats off to them, because no one's got any money at the moment. Everyone's skint and Christmas, the electricity, gas bills.
Right, yeah.
The money that's been pumped into.
Hold on a minute.
Fantastic.
You open your thing, Dan. If Luke opens his thing, and we've also got other people to thank as well, and we also spoke to lots of people who are going to be who are going to be coming on the show. One of them I can see there. She digs it. I spoke to her. She's going to be coming on the show, but I can't find it on Facebook because I asked Rob Random what her name was, and he just said Rosanna, and I know that. Didn't know her last name.
Cord. Lovely meeting Steve in person, who won a Doctor Legend on the show at Christmas. Yeah. I think it was Christmas.
I was drunk with Steve, etc. on Sunday night.
Ficador.
You've got the link, Luke. Luke's just setting up the gator to go for a tour.
Fodderfield. Mental. But yeah, it was a privilege meeting everyone last weekend, and we're looking forward to it again this weekend.
And you know what was a privilege? Being able to do the awards as well, because the people who received them were well worthy of receiving them.
Yeah,
right.
I'll turn my speaker off.
Luke, I can't see anything. Where's Adrian gone? Adrian?
Can you hear me?
Can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
I've turned my microphone off.
Oh, that's up.
I'll keep it off because. So we basically, is there any lights on, Dave, in the main arena?
Well, Luke's got his headlights on his van. Right, I'm going to jump with Luke and see where we go from there. If it doesn't work, I won't know.
I can see something. I'll turn my microphone off.
I tell you what, I'll leave PT here. As well.
He's working.
Oh, someone there.
Oh, yeah.
There's Luke.
I'll leave PT here talking to you, and I'll go with Luke.
It's a ghost hunt. It is a ghost hunt.
Do it on camera.
You can sit there.
We're doing a midnight. You keep talking.
Oh, I can see things.
Get me big talk.
Well, thanks for watching. This is like watching fireworks in a day. Oh, there's David. Come.
Hello.
How can you hear us?
I don't know if it can face out, Dave.
Right, we can't turn.
We
can't.
Because you're a guest.
So I'll just have to turn the camera around. So anyway, we're going in a gator. Which one are we in? This one? Oh, there we are. So here's some people. I don't know what you're going to see. Can't see anything. There's Helen and Pete. There's Pete and Helen and Jordan from Dragon Detecting. Hello. There's Regtons.
They can't see me.
I don't know what you can see, if anything. Dragon Detect. There's a bit in.
Well, this is this is the big detective show, and we're looking at a bin. And Dave probably doesn't realise that he's lost.
They're the beautifully nice teepees. This is the check-in tent. The dealers are, and that's going to be the
Weird.
No, that behind us. Oh, finds liaison officer. The searcher.
Check they can actually see anything before we carry on doing.
We can.
Could you actually see anything? You
Yeah.
can.
Yes.
Carry on then. There's the searcher.
Yes. Yes, we can see that. Looks like James Bond.
There's Crawford's, but Luke can't drive. He's trying very hard.
Do you want to see how fast this can go, David?
Do you want to see how fast it could
Won't
go, Adrian? I know you like fast things. That big tent there is LP. That's their igloo. We're flying past that. There's our toilet. There's some more gators. The Starlight Bar were at the RCM last week, and their eating establishment. And then down the bottom, where there's some light, actually,
Dave.
There's another bar.
Dave.
Wave from the bar.
Have you got a seatbelt on?
There are people like, oh, and it's open. Luke, the bar's open. Right, Adrian, we're going now.
It's all going on there.
The bar is open.
The bar is open.
It does look,
Just being
it looks
constructed
like
to our left is the stage. So there may be some announcements this weekend. You'd never know until obviously the weekend. I've got no clue, but you never know in the world of metal detecting if anything's going to transpire. There's going to be a big screen up there as well. A massive marquee behind there, which will be for everybody to sit, eat, drink, etc., etc. So that's all in there. Luke thinks he's a boy racer. Then there's the camping field all around that area, and I was about to fall out.
They just hit something.
And over that area will be the caravans and such like as well. So,
Something else. You've got Regtons.
yeah, we've seen Regtons, Garrett, XP. Right, we're going to show you the posh TPs now.
Detectable luxury.
This is the luxury of
For the
detectable.
discerning detectorist.
I don't know if you can hear him, but he said the discerning detectorist. So this is the TP village.
Make a note of this TP village because it's good value.
How
for money.
pretty. Little lights up and everything.
If there's a group of
You
you,
won't go right in because people have booked them, but you can have a bit of a.
Yeah, we're not. Hello. We're not going to go right in because people have booked them, but you can have a look from what Luke's going to open one, and we'll have a look inside one of the TPs.
Come down this way. See the deluxe version.
Can you hear us still?
yes. Can you hear
Can you
me?
hear us, Adrian?
Yes.
No.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I
Oh.
can't hear you. So we're going to have a look in one. Is this the deluxe one here?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yes. 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 Yes.
He's saying yes. Don't know why we
Yes.
can't hear him.
Can't hear you.
Adrian, if you can hear us, put your hand on your nose. Simon says, poke yourself in the eye. Yeah, he can hear us.
Can hear us.
All right.
Oh, damn, my pants are falling down.
I'm in dancing. Oh my god.
Luckily, it's dark and there's no one here yet.
Yes,
So,
I'm
turning the
thankful
camera
everyone
around
can
again.
hear me.
These are the deluxe little teepees.
Good job we're not a
We're
mic.
gonna go in.
We're not actually going in, we're just showing you.
We'll have a look.
Oh,
Oh, it was wrong one. Wrong one.
someone in there.
Yeah.
Someone in
So, I'll
there.
have a look in this one.
There's someone in this one as well. It's
Detectable
probably Pete.
2.0.
Are there any of these still available if people were?
No.
No? All gone.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Bed, fleece, flooring, storage, little mirror, night masks.
Bottle of champagne.
Oh,
Don't like champagne.
Adrian,
Yeah.
need to have a word with Dan. How's about that?
Well, you can't hear me. but
Right,
I'm
we'll
worried
go
about
back over to the office now because I can't hear you. Pete's dabbling with
Sheepskin
things.
sheepskin. rug.
He's fixing things. So Pete will be over in a minute anyway. So,
I'll take.
you see the prettiness?
Like a winter wonderland.
Do you want to kill a snowman? Oh, no, wrong word.
Bit annoyed that
Well,
it's
we've gotta-
viewers because
where are we now?
were hoping on showing you that it's
So that's all cordoned off this area as well. So obviously people can't be bothered by potential louts.
So yeah, Dave's walking back now.
What are you doing now? Luke got lost getting in the car. So we'll go back over and I'll be able to.
Do you want to lift back, Dave?
Oh yeah, I would, mate. Don't forget to put the clock on.
Seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on.
There you go.
So basically, there's lots.
Very
of
pretty indeed.
there. We can't see the fields, but there's lots
Can't
of
find a key,
stalls
Al.
and
Is
nice
there, mate?
tents.
Luke couldn't find the hole. Luke's had missed calls and everything here.
Chuck it in.
Anyway,
in
on our
gear.
way back. I can't hear Adrian, so it's not worth asking me anything yet, but we'll get there in a minute.
I'm
So
just
back on our
pretend I'm
travels.
talking, and I'm going to do some
Hold on, Dave.
things that Dave.
So I'm gonna turn sharp left. I'm gonna turn sharp left in a minute, Dave. You're holding
This
on.
I'm holding on. My knee's holding on.
No, if I can make you fall out of this, that would be the most viral moment in show history.
Inevitably.
Dave Sadler falls out of a gator. Are you ready? You ready?
Right, he's going to try and.
Shall I do it next to these railings?
He's trying to get off flies and daddy long legs. He's got to try and get me fall out now.
You ready?
Go on then.
If anyone's got any questions about Detectival,
I'm fat. Fat people can wedge themselves in well.
What time they can leave on Sunday, Monday, whatever, just ask us in the chat and we'll find out. Because we've got Pete Toll coming on in a minute.
Over there.
Who's kindly taken over this event this year.
So this is
sure it'll be really good.
more or less. Where are you going now? You missed the turning.
Oh, dear.
This is the problem with Luke.
Yes.
He's learned how to drive and he's just off with the fairies.
No.
He's going to try and go fast to get me to fall out again now, isn't he?
Yeah, no 11s. You'll notice someone's probably watching
Where am I?
the van. Oh, we can tell by the van.
I'm over there. Straight ahead, look.
It's got lights on it with a young boy with a cowboy hat.
Wedged in, mate. Wedged in. So I'll hand you back your phone. And I will go back to the homestead over there. Thank you very much, driver.
No worries, my friend.
Oh, he can't see me, Adrian. Stop waving,
I'll
idiot.
speak to Adrian for a second.
No, I might disappear just for fun.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't be really. Yes, ghost hunt. I think it would be. Oh, we could do that tomorrow night.
Hello.
Hello, dear. We've still got Luke in the.
Luke, you still online?
I can't.
I'll
do
kick
that.
you.
What's that? Dave, that looked quite. Thank you, dear. That looked interesting, even though it's in the dark. The tents look very nice, but even though it's a double bed, you could potentially put 4, 6 people in one of those, couldn't you?
And some. I think
Yeah, you could
some
put
of the
8.
bigger tents have actually got 8 people in them.
Yeah. So what is it? 380, 400 quid for the whole weekend or something?
I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest.
I think someone in the chat will say, but that's not bad value if you're all chucking in a few quid each and you're all sleeping in there. Somebody could sleep on the
Purely
sheep.
asked, which is the longest running rally and when did it start? Of the
Very
bigger
good
events,
question.
it's detectable, but you've had some events that have been going on. I mean, LP have been running events since the 80s, haven't they? If not before.
I'd say there's other ones that have been going on longer.
Yeah, I'm plucking one out the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh, 2-bed Super Lux, £340. Thanks, Amanda. That's not bad, is it?
Gareth said you could put 8 Scotty B's in that bed.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd get in it because it's quite high. So he'd need like steps or something. And I think he still has. I think he still has to sleep in
them
the
little boxes. Might have been forced stand on. Get him in.
I think Katrina said he sleeps on the bottom bunk because he's got like bars on it, stop him falling out. Tony Kaywood, negative as usual. Look, that comment he's put in there. Always. Oh dear.
Has he lowered the tone again?
Yeah, he's obviously been on the sherry. Although I heard he's been drinking a lot of
Oh,
Advocard.
TC isn't coming this weekend.
No, I told you, Dave, that 1-inch drill bit in the toilets last year. Yeah, we won't go into that. Are the tents lockable, Matthew J. Kent? They need to be. Well, I presume you could lock it from the inside. Take a padlock.
Well, it's all cordoned off, so I presume it's going to be security or marshal during the daytime as well.
And Tony's not going. and James isn't going, so you'll be absolutely fine. So yeah. So if is Pete coming on shortly? Well, bless him, he's busy, isn't he?
Yeah, he said he'll be on in a bit. I know he's just doing something over there with Helen, talking and setting things up. I had to add that at the end because the way I said it just was a bit wrong.
So anyone when you turn up, they're getting a goodie bag with all this stuff in it about.
I presume so. I put all the issues of the boxes of the issues of the magazine. I put them in the welcome area. So I presume that tomorrow morning, what they normally do is create the bag. So if there is a bag, which I presume there will be.
Tomorrow, Dave, people park up, get
yeah.
Set up camp.
Luke said the important thing tomorrow is before setting camp, people go to the car park up, go and register, and then go to set the tent and that up.
Yeah. Just so you know, on the front of here, Dave, you see all those fines on the front cover?
Yes.
They were all found at the last rally, and that is a very small percentage.
Isn't it? Isn't it just?
Oh!
Who's this? Oh, Helen. Come and have a chat, Helen. Here's Helen. Is a chair there? Yeah. Certainly am.
Are you still waiting for Peter?
Oh, Pete will come when he's ready.
I know.
He's a very busy
when
person.
His phone went ding, and that's. Ooh, this is like one of those.
Most farted.
The most farted.
Most farted. It was the parody version of it.
That makes me cry laughing. That does.
Hello, Helen.
Hi. How are you?
We're getting
sweating in Essex at the moment. It's very hot down here, and it's very hot at Detectival, which is good because no one's going to be moaning about getting muddy and stuff. So it's going to be a lovely hot weekend.
Yeah, it's the bang opposite from spring when we arrived, and it started to rain and did not stop. Luckily, it stopped as people went out detecting. But I mean, we couldn't believe it Friday because obviously we're sleeping in a van, and the rain it's just amplified on the top of a van, and we just lay there and lay there and lay there. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and it just started. It would come and it would go, and then it would come back even harder, and we just thought this is a washout, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
I think this weekend's going to be phenomenal because you've got good weather. We've had heavy rain, so the ground isn't rock hard. It's diggable. It's not bad at all. So I think as long as people protect themselves and don't go out and get dehydrated, will there be water available for people?
There is a lot of water available for people. There's a lot of drinks outlets anyway, but for the marshals in the field as well. I've even been, because I've just arrived, I've been back to the cash and carry this morning. More water and isotonic drinks as well. So there's a selection for the field marshals. So.
That's good. How many marshals are there this year?
Hey! How many marshals are there?
Technical question.
50-ish. 50-ish,
wow.
You just said.
Very organised. That is a lot of marshals.
God. He said 51. 51 if you include him. Yeah, like Pete's going to be marshalling. I even said to him a couple of days ago, I got my legend. I said, Pete, do you want me to charge your legend? And he went, no.
I see you've got talking of legends, you've got a legend on the front cover. I've got a legend. Cracking.
And yes, I know we've drawn Wimborne Town in the FA Cup. Tim Sills, sorry, just a football thing that's come up. Yeah, we've drawn Wimborne. Torquay have drawn.
What's with the lighting, Dave? Whoa!
It's night time.
Pete, it looks like some sort of ghost hunting thing, especially with Dave in the mix.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Taking yourself back way too far, aren't I?
So, Pete, how's it going? Is it as stressful as you thought?
No, actually, I think the challenge has been the heat the last couple of days. So I just walked around the site with Helen, showing her what's what, and I said we're probably a few hours behind setting up where we would normally be, just because it's zapping. But we've got the morning. It's all good. Yeah, no, it's been good so far.
You couldn't have
Under
asked for
control,
better
I
weather.
think. Yeah, no, it's fine. Detectival is an event of extremes, I've realised.
Yeah.
Extremeable.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Oh no! Rob says we look like the Addams Family.
I've been called worse.
You look, mate. I don't know.
And somebody's asked if there are showers here. There aren't. No showers.
No, and that's purely for two reasons. A, the amount of people that we have on site, the showers that we would need to accommodate that would be astronomical. But also, there's a grey waste water issue. We don't have sewerage in this field and blah and stuff and things.
And certain individuals abuse the showers, don't they, David?
And that's Steve Barnett has said, how far away are the cars from the tents? Now, this was an issue at Spring Detectival. So because somebody nearly got run over at another event, there is just a barrier and you park here and your tent is here. So people were bringing trolleys with them, thinking that they were parking one side of Detectival and having to take all of their kit to the other side. It's not like that. It just means that the cars and the tents can't meet at any point during the day or the middle of the night.
At
So
the
there's
end
your
of the
answer.
day, you turn up in your car, get your kit out, put it in the tent, and that's it until Sunday morning, or Sunday evening. So
it's no great distance. It's not like Reading Festival where you have to walk a mile and a half to the tent camping area. It's not that sort of thing. Worst case, you might be 3 car lines back and your tent might be 3, so you might be 20 meters.
Yeah.
Is there a Bowser or water tank for people to fill up?
So there's 2 water taps. Now, we have to say it's not drinking water.
But
the estate have said it is. They've had it certified. They just can't find the certificate. So we have to legally say it's not drinking water. So you can use it for cooking, washing, blah. Unless they manage to get the certificate over to us tomorrow, make sure you bring water. So if you come into site, obviously because of the heat, you need to stay hydrated, bring water.
But is that same water used to feed cattle, for cattle?
Yeah.
So it's probably more highly safe.
You don't have
than
to
what
get it
we
out the
drink.
trough loop, Dad.
No, but it is. It probably has to go through more stringent testing for a cow to drink it than what we do. So 100% it's all right. Of course
It's straight off the mains, but because we don't have a certificate to say it's safe for human consumption, we can't say it is.
I think the state of people on Saturday night drinking 9-10 pints, they won't worry about that. So you have you got any other additional stalls that are new this year compared to previous Detectivals?
So trader wise, no, I don't think so. I think it's the usual. I was going to say the usual suspects, the usual people, the usuals. We've got a couple of different things going on, but people will arrive and realise it's familiar. It's Detectival.
Yeah. That different thing that's going on at the back of the marquee at the moment was quite interesting. Luke was telling me about.
Okay, yeah, we've got the magic teapot. So if anyone wants to Google, Facebook search, whatever, the magic teapot. So they go open at 2:00 tomorrow afternoon, ready for everyone coming in. And then they roll 24 hours a day, playing acoustic music, singing, dancing. You can get a cup of tea there. It's awesome. You need to go
24 hours.
Yeah, so all day, all night. So there was a couple of reasons I booked it. So it looked fun. So me and Ash that works for me, we went to an exhibition about this sort of stuff, and we were looking at stages, boring, track mats, boring, generators, boring. And then we saw this magic teapot, like this is epic. So that was reason one. But also if you're solo camping, it might be your first Detectival. If you wake up at 3 a.m, feel a little bit uncomfortable, head on down there. There's a group of friendly, very friendly faces, and you can, just be comfortable.
What I like about it is that it's probably the one thing at Detectival that's not alcohol based or related. It's just it is what it is. It's called the Magic Tea Hut. It looks funky, and everybody in there is having a good time on tea and coffee, maybe.
No,
so you can just go chill out there. It won't be the raucous end of people.
Well, it might be. I think once the bar closes and it's open 24 hours, it might become that. But
yeah, but it'll be quite nice. Like, we all turn up in groups and friends, but there are people who turn up on their own who might just fancy a cup of tea and a chat. And I think it's nice having that. That sounds quite interesting, actually.
I don't think they got a piano at this one.
I'm sure I've seen one.
Random's last comment was kind of amusing.
Oh dear, yes. Magic tea. Yes. They look. Oh, yeah. Rob Random, he's off on one. It's nice seeing you last weekend, Rob. And like I said earlier, I'm very much looking to see the Roman trumping at Rodney Cook, which we all witnessed. So, what time can people detect on Friday, Pete?
Detect on Friday. They can detect on Friday whenever they like, as long as they're not a detective.
Oh, right.
So in short, there's no detection on Friday.
Sorry,
so
I got the days wrong. Saturday.
So no detection on Friday. So you can arrive from 2 on Friday, get set up, come over to the arena, catch up with your mates, have a drink, play the Kentucky Derby, do some axe throwing, all the usual
the race
stuff.
Of the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Axe throwing. Axe throwing. What could possibly go wrong?
Helen and I were Blackpool darts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And during the intervals, we went down to one of the many arcades in Blackpool, and we spent, I won't tell you how much money, but we spent so much time playing.
Sat there playing the
Kentucky Derby.
So that's where you roll the ball. You roll the balls up.
Roll, ride the win. The prize of yours.
Really
good. Got the Kentucky Derby here to play it now. So they work the Butlins.
Oh my god. Yeah. So you roll the balls and it makes your horse go along and. But you don't win a cuddly toy. We've got detecting related prizes.
Yeah.
Which are probably better than a cuddly toy, to be honest.
And then so onto the detecting, what people are actually here for. So Saturday and Sunday is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you want to go detecting, we just ask you come down to the main arena at 8:45 for a very short briefing, just in case anything's changed from the site maps overnight. As everyone in the UK that detects will know, Harvest has been behind this year. We're 99% sure that, well, no, actually, all the fields on the field map are correct. Yeah, they are correct. There might be a couple of additional. So, yeah, that sort of stuff, So just that briefing on Saturday morning. Sunday, you can just crack on unless anything's changed overnight. But we've got a big screen in the arena where anything that's changed, we will pop on there so people can keep abreast of the news.
I've got questions here that people have asked me. Will there be a token hunt field?
No. So there is a raffle. This is actually one change. So if you come into Detectival, the raffle will be drawn Saturday evening, not Sunday afternoon. Just so people don't have to come back in off the fields for the raffle at 1 and then go back out again. So we'll do that Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Raffle tickets are available from, I'll do this in alphabetical order so it's fair. Crawford, Dragon Detecting, LP, Regton. So just go along to one of those retail outlets. You can buy your raffle tickets ready for 6 o'clock draw Saturday evening. So there's no token hunt other than an under 16s token hunt. So if your kids are on site, they can have a go at that. That'll be in field number 1. So yeah.
And one thing which I saw when you first started selling tickets, which I think is a really good idea, is Detector and Spade Hire, which are sold out now. I think that's a really good idea for anyone interested in the hobby who wants to come along and give it a try. Has that gone better than expected? Obviously, it's sold out, but
yeah, I mean, to be honest, we could have sold more. The reason it was sold out is because the machines that were hiring out needed charging. So we just need to know how many.
Yeah, I bet.
people
Yeah.
wanted. Otherwise, how many do you charge? So we had to put a cut off just so we made sure we had the right stock and everything. But yeah, no, it has gone well. And you're right, Adrian, that there's a lot of people that bring partners, whether that's a husband or a wife, that don't just want to dig holes all weekend, but might not own a detector sofa. Do you know what? I should know. I can't remember how much it was. I want to say it's £15 for the weekend.
It is.
Yeah.
And that includes a spade.
And it's not like it's a cheap machine. It's a Nocta Legend with wireless headphones that you can go out and use for the whole weekend for 15 quid.
Yeah,
just to experience the hobby and have a bit of fun. But it's also good for people. So we're on the Badminton estate and they put it on their Facebook page. But there's a lot of people that don't have machines. So there's a way of them coming along, enjoying Detectival, then 15 quid extra to hire a machine for the weekend, see if they like it.
I think that's a really good idea because, like you say, they're not cheap machines and a lot of people are struggling at the moment. And if you bring your wife, girlfriend or mate along and they can hire a machine, I think that's a really good call. And I think it's something that's going to trend over the next few years or rallies is detector hire. 15 quid is good. You're not making any money out of that, are you? So
no,
it's
not.
No,
I suppose we're quite fortunate, Adrian, that obviously we're dealers, so we've got an opportunity to resell those as used machines afterwards. So we've got an advantage being able to do it for 15 quid. So it's okay.
Talking of the Legend, you had a little visit out to Nocta in their fantastic new factory the other week, didn't you?
Yeah, that place is insane. So I was over there, was it last year or the year before? Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year. The blur at the minute. So I went over last year when it was a concrete shell. It was literally a concrete shell. And it was hard to kind of imagine what it would look like. So they showed me all the architect drawings and these images. And it looked like a 5-star hotel. I thought, okay, we'll see what it looks like. And do you know what? It's spot on. It looks like a 5-star hotel. It's insane how good that place is. But it shows. And I was talking to someone. It's been a long 2 days. I was talking to someone. It was another manufacturer, actually. I know exactly who it was. But we were just talking about that. But you can see the steps that Nocta have made in the last 10 years to go from where they were, which was an upcoming company with a vision, to now this amazing factory. And it gives them so much opportunity for the future to recruit better team because it's a beautiful setting to work in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what Nocta are coming with next. And actually, just before we move on and before I forget, if you come into Detectival Saturday nights, the raffle at 6, at 7 o'clock, Nocta will be on the stage. Might be worth being there for that.
All mermaids.
It's always worth being there for when Nocta are around, when they're Detectival. There's always no mermaids.
No mermaids. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I presume Dilek will be there.
Yeah, so Dilek's flying in tomorrow. We've also, I'm confident he's coming. I've filled out all the visa paperwork, but Mr. Mehmet, who actually owns Nocta, is in the UK this week. He's not been over to the UK for Detectival before. So yeah, I'm hoping he's coming. He's in the UK.
He doesn't speak any English, does he?
He doesn't. Well, I'm a little bit.
I'm fluent in Turkish, so I'll be able to talk to him. That'd be quite interesting if he's. Yeah,
that's all everybody knows.
Merhaba nasılsın? There you go.
There's one. What's that one?
Hello.
But
which is great.
Yeah, those. Sorry, my dog's just gone to the lounge and joined me. It's gone to bed. Dog's tired. 9 o'clock. Yep, bang on. Helen, are you going to get out detecting with your Legend?
Yes.
What, this weekend? You're going to?
Yes, I've got a small film crew can you call one person crew?
Yeah,
Of course you can.
want to.
We have producers all around
We've
us,
got
Dave,
masses
haven't
of
we?
producers for this show. It's so well established now. They're everywhere.
Yeah, it's somebody I used to work with on Soccer AM as well. He left and he went abroad and started working over there. And when he came back, he's got his own media company now. So, and I've done a few bits and pieces with him. So he's coming up with all of his cameras, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna do not the same as we did in 21, but the idea of us putting together, we'll probably put together like a nice sort of 45-second to a minute kind of advert for Detectival so that people can see what it's about. But we'll also be out and about in the fields. We want to see what people have found. We want to go and talk to people, see what they're up to and how they're getting on for the day. So I'll be scooting about with a
Luke,
cameraman.
we don't have to do it again this year.
You'll be good with the Legend in the field, because I think it's one of the only machines I've got that doesn't seem to suffer from other noisy machines when you're close to them. The Legend seems to just steam through. There's no interference or anything with the Legend. And I just noticed in the chat...
Is he? Because he's second only to you on that programme.
Okay, somebody's asked, Gareth has asked if it's Rocket, if Rocket is my cameraman. No, it's not Rocket. It's Lavers. Lavers wasn't on screen much. Scott Lavelle is coming. But,
Scott Lavelle? Really?
Shut up.
Never heard of
him. You won't get me.
Gareth's a stalker. He's obviously been Googling everything about Helen tonight. He's a proper stalker, Gareth.
Hang on,
Wikipedia.
Wait, so
Actually-
you saying that Gareth wouldn't just know that Rocket was on Soccer AM? So what
No,
you're saying is
Gareth-
nobody watched it. It was.
Dave, are you able to play Helen Gareth's intro for his mother's loft or not? You're not, are you?
I can do if you want. 'cause you won't
Helen,
have a
watch
clue what
this.
I'm about.
Helen, this will explain everything about Gareth. Very disturbing. He'll be able to play it. Actually,
Gareth,
there will
there it
be a
is.
person up there. Right, exactly. Who's in Gareth's parents' loft?
Have you got Adrian's will tonight?
No, we're not allowed to do that tonight because the person in Gareth's loft has got a beard. It's greying. He's a YouTuber.
Chris Rogers.
No,
Chris Dave.
He's been on the show.
Grim Bleeper.
No, does he use a Nocta? No, he uses a Garrett Apex actually, but he does like Nocta. Jesus, no, he was on
Rob Random.
Philip Wills always gets it. It's Rob Random. Philip, God, yeah.
So
Rob Random.
How do you know that Rob Random is actually in Gareth's mum and dad's loft tonight? Sorry, Gareth's mum's loft.
Because I sent a message to his bleeper and he hasn't responded, and that's the only time he said to me he wouldn't get back if the bleeper went off and he didn't respond. Has Pete been abroad? Because he looks very tanned.
No, he's been out
I
in
look
the
very
fields.
white. Look like I'm a ghost.
You're not on the screen. You look like you've been to like Dubai for 6 weeks. Yeah, it looks very
Nice.
tan.
You actually, you do
No,
look a bit.
it's because Helen makes me sleep outside.
No, I'll tell you what that
She
is.
only lets me in the house once a month
Dirt.
for a wash.
Dirt. Oh, Helen.
He's been knocking about here for 2 days.
Helen,
Yeah.
what type of animals do you have? What do you have at the moment? Animals, because we know you like.
How long have you got left on the
Well, no,
program?
you had some.
How many
adopted
ducks?
Dogs from abroad
Yeah.
last time we spoke.
Okay, so let's start with the animals in the house, which are the 6 dogs.
Pete?
We've
Oh,
6 dogs between us. I always say that we've got 6 dogs
You've
between
got
us,
5,
and he
I've
says,
got 1.
he says, wait, you've got 5. So he's got a Battersea Staffy. I've got 2 Jack Russells, 2 Romanian street dogs, and a Spanish street dog who's epileptic. That's
and have you got,
inside.
you got
All
any,
right.
have you got any
What?
outside? What you got outside?
Oh yeah. All right. So then, when you go outside in the morning, you turn right and you let the ducks and the geese out, and then you walk across and you let all the chickens out. But you've got to remember to feed the seagull as well. And we've just hatched 3 baby ducks. Then opposite there is the peacock pen. where the peacocks are. And then you double round to the field and check on the sheep. There's 14 sheep in there. We've just had a little baby Lambo. And then you come back up and check on the pig, make sure she's okay. Go into the stables and check on Judith, the miniature Shetland. Give her breakfast, and then go into the other field where there's the 5 rheas, which are like ostrich things. And then there's the 2 alpacas, which are called Bob and Not Bob. And then
That's
there's
definitely Pete who's named them, isn't it?
Correct. And then there's Moose the donkey, and then there's Berksfield, who was my actual racehorse. I don't think I've left anybody out. Oh, the cockatiels. Sorry. Then you come back round
And
to
3
the
cats.
Oh, and then Pete's 3 cats in the.
Yeah.
And what about Ash?
Oh, and all the chickens. All
No,
the
I said the
chickens.
chickens, but there are lots of chickens.
Can you eat? Can you eat peacocks?
Yeah, I guess they taste like pheasant.
I've tasted rhea. They were.
Yeah,
well,
rheas are
peculiar.
apparently nice. It's red. It was a
Yeah,
meat,
that's
isn't
right,
it?
yeah.
But it's a red meat that has the values of a white meat.
We shipped some rheas when I was helping somebody with small holding once in the back of a van, and it smelt a lot, a hell of a lot, to the point of my eyes burned.
And we got 2 baby rears as well at the minute. Or we did when I came to site.
Yeah.
Have we still got 2 baby rears?
Oh yeah, there's just two babies. So, do you have any pet flies? Yes.
Hello to you at the minute.
Tube's gold life is funny. Yeah.
I've only got one. I've got. Gosh, I can't even pick it up. I've got a huge badger. A huge badger. I've got.
Mm-hmm.
She's tired. Look at her.
Oh,
She.
Bring her with you on Saturday.
She's.
Leave
her around.
Too hot for doggies.
Can you? Yeah, I was just about to say that, Helen. Thank you very much. It's too hot. It's going to be too hot for dogs this weekend. 100%. 31, 32 degrees. So don't, unless you got one of them. What are they called?
The cooling vests.
No, the people who need a dog. Assistance dogs.
Yeah,
unless or you're blind, of course, but I doubt it. Well, there are a few blind detectorists, aren't there, Dave?
Yes, there are. We've met a few.
Yeah, one who wrote to me at Treasure Hunting magazine. He bought a legend. He's new to detecting, and he found it absolute godsend. He thought it was fantastic with the vibration on the legend. I know it's on the Manticore and the Simplex, but he really likes that. So it's quite nice getting a letter like that. Actually, how did he write? Oh, it was typed. So
Are you sure he wasn't deaf, Adrian? I'm not being funny there, but for the vibrate feature, if he's blind, he'll be able to hear the machine anyway.
No, he said he was. Yes, he was. Thanks, Pete. Yeah, he was deaf. Actually, I think he was deaf and blind.
Oh, okay.
I think he was deaf and blind because he said he had the Simplex and he didn't get on with it, but the legend he liked, probably because it's a more powerful machine. But yeah, it actually, I recall the letter now. It was, But anyway, what else have we got questions for tonight? Has anyone got any questions on Detectival? I think we've covered a lot of it.
I'm just wondering what that person's doing over there, because it looks like they were
collecting.
It's
Luke collecting wood.
Luke foraging in the woods.
I thought Luke was having a poo in the woods then.
On that note, can people have fires, like fire pits?
Yeah, just not on the ground is all that we ask. Fire pits, sensible fire pits you can kind of get away with, but just nothing on the ground, please.
Steve Cord asked how much a pint is. Steve, one of the bars is the same that were on RCM last week, so that tells you straight away what they were.
So anyone above, so Northerners will think it's very expensive. Southerners will think it's cheap. So me and Dave will have this battle on.
And because it's Southern beer, Northerners will think it's very, very weak, and Southerners will think it's very, very strong. Did I say that right? Or did I confuse myself?
I couldn't understand a word you were saying in that accent.
Yeah.
I just sit here and laugh.
I know. Hey, I spend every Thursday night just going, yeah. I don't understand it.
Well, I have to go to work and admit that I've been speaking to a cockney the night before.
I'm not a cockney. I'm from Essex, so I'm not a cockney. But yes, I think this weekend's going to be phenomenal. Hopefully, some good finds will come up, and everyone, more importantly, will enjoy themselves. I was only talking to my daughter's boyfriend tonight, and he said, "How many other hobbies do you get so many people together over a weekend who like?" We've got fishing, which is massive in this country. Fishing's huge, but you can only get a certain amount of people around a lake. Same as tennis, cricket, and everything. How many people do you get at a rally? And everyone's got the same interests, whether it's metal detectors or unearthing history or whatever. And it all comes together under Detectival, which is what it's all about, isn't it? Getting everyone together, having a good time, whether you find anything or not. And it is quite a weird hobby, how we all sort of merge together, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was talking to someone on site earlier, and because way back when I was a kid, there used to be the Newbury Rally. And I remember, it might just be because I was a kid and everyone seems old when you're a kid, but the hobby is actually so different now than what I think it used to be. It used to be middle-aged men. That was pretty much it. And there's a lot more of a younger crowd, but you're right that everyone, no matter what age they are,
It is still predominantly middle-aged men in camouflage.
Helen, I agree,
Yeah.
but when I got my 20-year-old football crazy son to come out with me, and now
heard
his
you earlier.
his mates are like, what? That's 30th century. You dug that up last weekend. It's like they're starting, and I think Pete's right. You need to think ahead because all us lot are going to die soon, and No, you need to think of the future.
Way to bring it down, Adrian. Way to bring it down.
No, but it's true.
I was really looking forward to this weekend. I didn't realise it was my last.
Adrian the Grim Reaper.
This is where social media and everything comes in, because the old bearded middle-aged 50-year-old men dressed in camo there's not many on Facebook. They didn't share their finds as much on social media. The young people are starting to push it and promote the hobby. And I think in the next 3 or 4 years, I personally think there's going to be a bit of a change. And especially since COVID, Pete, you must have seen an increase in sales since COVID.
Massive. I'll tell you what we noticed a lot in COVID was suddenly all these parents that might have a little bit of land, not a huge garden, but enough, suddenly had their kids stuck at home, but they would try and teach them history. Well, what better way to get your kid out of your house and give you some peace and quiet and learn about history at the same time? So, we saw a huge uptick in that.
Not even you.
I know.
Wow.
That'd be Mark.
What's that, Dave?
Interestingly, Pete, I'll give him that document that I created last week, which actually does give you, I'll tell you about it, not now. It's a breakdown of all the age groups that we are serving on the show in the magazine, doesn't it?
That sounds riveting.
That's the one. It's not at all, but it's dead interesting
yeah.
It's amazing document.
But
I was bored.
It's not a spreadsheet.
It could be.
Dave can't do spreadsheets.
If you could make an Excel with a pie chart showing the demographic,
I could do that.
I'm up for
No
that.
problem.
Or a PowerPoint presentation.
I could do PowerPoint presentation.
Awesome. I'm down
No
for that.
problem.
I think Dave needs to do an Excel spreadsheet with a lot of mapping in there.
Adrian, if I send you the information, can you make me a spreadsheet?
With pivot charts, pivot tables, we can do all that. Yeah, Dave could do that. Well, I'll help him. But yeah, I think it's interesting. The hobby's on the increase, and we only need to see the finds from Paz. Talking of Paz, have you got an archaeologist on site?
There is.
Yeah, we do. There's been a slight change. I won't go into it too much, but one of the people that were running the finds team has been very unwell recently. Some people in the hobby would be aware of that in XFLO. So we've had to put a slight change, but there is an on-site recording team. So any item, come and show it. If you want to leave it in the fines case, we'll obviously take very good care of it and let everyone look. But if not, let us take a picture. We'll put it on the big screen, put it on socials, all that sort of stuff. If anything amazing does come up, then yes, there's an FLO who's available Saturday and will be on site on Sunday. So if you're going to find a hoard, if you could do it Sunday, that'd be brilliant. Save us sitting on it. But yeah, there's a recording team.
And there'll be a fines cabinet for people to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, you just said that there was a field. This is totally off subject, but the question's gone now. Somebody just said a field for kids would have been good.
Yeah, so there's kids.
There is a field for kids. Steve's question. It said a field for kids would have been good.
Well, the kids have got fields, all of them.
Yeah, my granddaughter loves to detect. A field for kids would have been good there.
So there's a kids token.
There's
and under 16s totally free. There's no charge for kids. We want kids to come and enjoy the hobby. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh yeah, because we do have foreign visitors at Detectival. So there is someone dedicated to generating export licenses. Please, if you're taking your finds abroad and they fall within the export rules, please come and let us do the paperwork for you to make sure it leaves the country in the correct manner. It's quite important that we do that responsibly.
Richard Lincoln says, will you be ensuring the DJ plays Africa by Toto for all the middle-aged camo wearers?
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no worries.
Talking of DJs, is Mark going to be doing a set at all? Oh.
No, he's banned. It's niche, and I'm a rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite niche, and he's big enough on TikTok anyway, isn't he? So,
exactly. Let him appeal to the 12-year-olds on TikTok. It's fine.
What will
I keep getting bugs landing on my ankles though.
Are you actually sitting or
yeah, no, I'm sitting.
Oh right.
I found a chair.
Oh my God! I thought you were cracked.
I thought he was just hovering.
No.
Pete, what can we expect as sort of is there like I hate saying the word disco live music?
No, so this year we've just got DJs, and there is a reason. I just want to see how it goes with just a DJ, because bands are great if you like the music that band plays. It's a bit naff if they play music that you're not into. At least with a DJ, you get a really broad mix that is more encompassing to taste.
Yeah, good call.
And we've briefed the DJ with kind of how Detectival works, so it might start with your party songs, and then as the night progresses and the beer flows, it might get a little bit more
so it's not
tempo.
It's not going to be like Scotty B's Detecticon, where it was the worst female singer ever, and I was going to hit her with my shoe.
What?
Oh, nice.
Shoe?
What?
Why are we going to hit it with your shoe?
Because I had nothing else to fling at that point.
Well, for one, you shouldn't hit a woman, and two, why would you use your shoe?
Because it was the worst singer ever. Thing. It was appalling.
I'm sure she tried very hard to do a very good
I
job.
can see 11 o'clock.
Selling CDs. Appalling.
11 o'clock, Detectival, 808 State or a Dambski. It will be banging. Now I can see that. I'm looking. Yeah, it'll be good.
Well, you're coming. You can make your request.
I'd say it's more Mr. Brightside, isn't it? By I don't know, 11.
Do you know what? The last week, the event we were at last week, somebody said, "I'm not leaving this until they play Mr. Brightside," and I'd never even heard the song before. All of a sudden, Mr. Brightside. I'm a rocker.
You've not heard it? Have you not heard
I thought it like Mr. Brightside. Please tell us why.
Have you never watched Nathan Aspinall's Walk On?
Who?
Oh, he doesn't know his darts either. Get out.
Oh, he called some arrows.
No, I didn't know what
was. Oh, Pete, talking of darts, me random, there won't be a dartboard there, will there?
So we were actually, no, there won't. We were looking at getting, because we sponsor quite a few darts people and stuff, and we were looking to get them over. This weekend, I've never known a weekend like it for darts. There's Euro Tour in Germany. There's every exhibition on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everyone is committed to being paid better than I would pay them to come and play darts.
Well, I've got the body of like a 1980s darts player.
You have.
Perhaps I could
I'll
pick
give
up
you
the
that.
arrows.
Pete, you did something this year which a lot of people commented about in the chat on one of our shows. Do you remember, Dave?
Do I remember Dave?
I don't remember last week, to be honest.
The trophy, what Pete did, LP did,
Okay,
and a
for,
lot of people. We got
Trina.
huge positive feedback from you. And do you want to just
In fact,
say
we've
what
got
you
the video
did?
still stored in the system here.
That was Blackpool when we went to the Kentucky Derby, wasn't it? Viva Blackpool.
You got the video, Dave? Go on, play it.
Viva
I'll
Blackpool.
give you a brief.
Mr. Pete
look at
Turrell
that.
from LP did something very sportsman's-like, I think. It was quite nice, Dave, wasn't it? And
You are the ultimate.
go on.
You are the ultimate trailblazer for the ladies' game. Okay. You are a 10-time world champion in an era where the ladies' game wasn't really supported as well as it could have been in terms of coverage, airtime, sponsorship, prize money. On Thursday, the BDO trophies went under the hammer at auction. All of that history available to the highest bidder. One person thought that one of those trophies ought to be looked after by the person who'd won it the most. This is Pete Turrell from LP Metal Detecting, who bought the Ladies World Championship trophy for you to look after for as long as you want it. We've kept that secret for 2 days. It's yours again.
That's unbelievable. Thank you so much. I missed it.
We're not crying, you're crying. Wolfies, oh, it's yours again.
I can't believe it. That is so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you.
10 times you won it, 10 times you've looked after it.
That
There you
is
go.
amazing. That, hats off to you, Pete. That was a really nice thing to do, wasn't it, Dave?
Very.
Unbelievable. And a lot of people were watching the show that night when you played the video. So,
Well, there's going to be people in the chat that know darts, and especially BDO darts. So the old Lakeside World Championship,
Yeah,
as it was,
not
the
far from
News
here.
of the World, and you'd watch it with your family because it was always on BBC. And so that era of darts, that trophy has been held by some amazing people. It was really sad to see BDO in the position they were, having to sell where the creditors came in and just sold all the trophies. So the men's one had amazing names on, didn't it?
Yeah, there were some of the trophies that, you know, the name plaques were going back to like 1975. A lot of the trophies are replicated from different years. They, you know, some of them started in the 90s.
Eric
We were
had
looking at
one, didn't
yeah.
he? So if you won it, was it?
If you won it 3 times, they were supposed to give you that one and then get a replica, or they gave you a replica. But I know that the men's one, John Lowe put on his social media, he said, well, the men's one isn't the original because I've got it. Because what they used to do is get a replica, but then give back the replica and keep the original. So really? I know, yeah. Bristow did it and John Lowe did it. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's a replica, and it's got like ding it up a bit, and you know, and they keep it because it's the one that they won. But yeah, the only thing to say about that, there was not a single negative comment about what Pete did getting that for Trina, apart from one person who said, listen to the words, for you to look after as long as you want it. So he's only loaned it to her, it's not hers. The only reason, because we sat and you know, I worked out what to say. Talked about the mechanics of it. Now, we were giving her that trophy, like, here, it's yours, you can have it. But we said there might be, on the off chance that she says, I don't want the responsibility of looking after that piece of silverware. I don't want to have to insure it. You know, thanks very much, but I don't want it. So we chose the words very carefully of saying it's yours for as long as you want it, you know, you can look after it. But it's hers. It's hers. We've given it to her. It's hers, because she messaged me a couple of days after the tournament and said, she said, I'm a chippy by trade. Do you mind if I just fix up the cabinet? Because the cabinet was all bust and bashed up. You know, do you mind if I fix up the cabinet? It's like, Trina, it's yours. The whole damn thing is yours. It's not on loan to you. It's yours. So she's enjoying it again. She said she felt like that she'd won it again. So it was really lovely.
She deserved it. She won it 10 times.
10 times. Yeah.
And if we hadn't have bought it, there's every chance it would be sitting on someone's mantelpiece where it means nothing. It's just something to show off to their mates. That wasn't the right place for that trophy to end up.
Totally agree.
We may have bought a couple of others that we've done. We've got the best silver fruit bowl that anyone could ever want. And what trophy was it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. So we bought a few, and we've done some fun stuff with the other bits. The ones that didn't mean so much, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we've got like some inter-county division.
They're massive. They're massive.
Massive, great
Yeah,
trophy.
the people who won those, it meant a hell of a lot. And you just saw in that lady's face, she was shocked, proper shocked when she got that back. And that is so nice.
Lovely as well.
She's so nice. Yeah.
I think it should be next year, Detective Darts to fall. It would be good to have a couple of dartboards up. All blokes and women, everyone likes playing darts. It's a traditional British thing. Everyone likes playing darts, and it would be nice. I was just thinking, a couple of dartboards up, or probably.
Have you ever tried to throw darts outdoors, though, Adrian?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Pete, because I have got a dartboard outside. Which we bring in, we bring out in the summer, and I keep saying to my son, make sure we take it in each night because otherwise it will swell up. But we play as a family darts in the garden in the evening. As long as there's no wind, it's fine. But you get a slight 5 mile an hour gust. But that makes it more challenging. I like it.
It makes it more dangerous, is what it does.
The wall outside and the darts, we get through a lot of tips. But yeah, darts. I think next year, Detectival in a tent, you know, don't have your axe throwing, have dart throwing or arrow throwing or something. Okay. LP flight.
His second cousin is Terry the Bull Jenkins.
Bully.
So it wasn't Helen just doing random things.
Oh, yeah. Bully. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
listen, Adrian. Sorry, we can have bullseye next year. Sorry, bullseye next year. Right. LP bullseye.
Can you get hold of any?
We could do something.
Can you get hold of any speedboats?
We wanted to do The Price is Right. We were talking about that this time last year of getting the yodeling guy. Do you remember The Price is? Come on down, The Price is Right, yeah. And you had to guess the price things, and the guy went yodeling up. We were thinking about getting Ash behind, you know, because obviously we wouldn't be able to get
we don't have the budget for someone to have the mechanical yodeling thing.
But to win detecting prizes, so you have to. It'd be no good guessing the prices of detecting of machines because everybody knows.
No, but we came up with some good ideas for that. So you could and then guess the value of a find. Is it higher or lower?
We have all these brilliant ideas, and then we go, it's Detectival next week. What are we doing?
Dave's got a good northern accent. He could do 10 bangers a match in the flash with his microwave
special prize,
special prize, and Austin Maestro 1.1L. Yeah, but we
doing that thing with cars that nobody knows but you, Adrian.
Sorry, I like cars. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm waffling on.
I think we should let Pete and Helen go because food's there for them, and Pete's wasting away.
I know.
I'll see you soon, Pete. I'll see you soon, Helen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, both.
Very enjoyable.
When are you coming up? Friday or Saturday?
Saturday. I'm coming up Saturday. Yeah, I'll see you.
So that's not tomorrow then.
No, I thought it was Friday. Oh God, I've got work tomorrow.
He's had red wine. It could be any day.
Oh, red wine from Carl Ellis. Thank you very much. And it's a very nice Wolf and Blass, which is
and just as a parting gift before you go offline. When I get up, I've got shorts on. That'll increase your stats.
They white lycra.
Look at the white leg on it.
Oh. I'm moist. What can I say?
Helen,
Thank you, Pete.
Have you got shorts on? Have you got shorts on?
Adrian, I've got shorts on as well. And there's the viewership gone
That's
through the
getting
roof.
clear on Twitter later. Bye bye all.
Thank you both.
Bye.
Shout goodbye, Adrian.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
That it.
Dave. Oh dear. I hope people have enjoyed that. I haven't had my glasses on because I haven't looked at the comments because I would have got distracted. But
The comments have
everyone
been
seems
going endlessly tonight, so thank you all for that. And again, for those of you who are at Detectival this weekend, come and pay a visit to myself and Adrian.
Detectival.
Please do
Detectival.
tell us who you are, because again, people were coming up saying, "Hi, Adrian and Dave," and we were like, "Hiya, who's that? Don't know. Nor do I." Weren't we, mate?
But I did thank everyone. There's so many, from Fodderfield to Digger Dawn, Carl Ellis for my wine and beer and your cake and everything. One thing I want to mention is the was it the Medway Searchers? Medway History Finders donated a check to Rodney Cook for 380 quid, which I was there to witness, and all those people. So everyone who went to Rodney Cook last weekend, it was lovely, really good.
Look who's here! Look who's here! Come and sit down a minute.
Oh! Oh my God!
Mark Chaos.
Oi, oi.
Oi, Pete. Mark, I was joking. Are you right, Mark? Are you not on the decks tonight? You're not
No,
on the
Pete won't
decks?
let me. Apparently, I'm not allowed to blare out drum and bass.
Mark, I've got to plug your channel, Mark Chaos Theory. You got to watch him. He's absolutely banging tunes. If you're into detecting and you're same sort of age as me or Mark, check him out. My boy Mark loves you. He's constantly listening to your stuff, and your daughter's now helping you mix as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I've taught her the bestest.
So what you're saying is Tom's going to get all sort of like wobbly when he sees Mark.
I'll tell you what. How old's your daughter?
21, the one that's into.
Oh yes, he'll go like that. Marry him off. Marry him off to a star.
Mark, you're not doing any music this weekend, Pete said.
No, because I'm down here. Pete's been working me like a dog because I'm helping him out just to make sure everything goes well for him.
How do you find it? Because you're a lot more relaxed. You've the last, how many detectives did you organise?
That's 6 years worth, if you include the 6 years, including the XP Gold Summer Rally where it was all started.
Yeah, and Karen.
And I've got to say, Mark, you look damn well as well.
So do you, darling.
Thanks, love.
No,
I'm
thank
still
you.
fat, but you look very well.
I'm fatter now.
That might be it. Took a leaf out of my book.
Mark,
It's
you'll
the
be
date
there
you'll
this
die.
weekend, though, won't you? You'll be there this weekend.
Mate, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
No. Getting the metal detecting community together. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's bringing the world of metal detecting together, and Pete's doing that in even more of an epic style now. Because this is Pete we're talking about. So he's taking Detectival and everything else to the next level, isn't he, you know?
With the big yellow teapot, or whatever it's called.
The big yellow teapot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
The magic
that.
teapot.
Magic teapot.
He's only saying that because I'm just stood there and I can hear it, and I haven't paid him yet.
Look at Pete.
No,
having his
in
hand.
all seriousness, I'm not just saying that because he was standing just there and he hasn't paid me yet. No, he is. He's done a brilliant job of setting this up. It's looking awesome so far. I think everybody's going to have an absolutely fantastic weekend.
And they've got the bloody weather for it.
And we've got like seriously Balearic booming weather going on. It's like seriously, I'm well sunburnt already. And Pete's made me lose at least 3 of my fingernails.
There's a story there.
Yes. Oh.
Who's in Gareth's mum's loft? It's Mark's fingernails.
Yes. Mark, lovely to see you, mate. And I look forward to catching up with you this weekend.
Are you coming down, are you?
Yes, come down Saturday. So when you hear all the arguments with the marshals, who the hell are you? That'll be me. I'm bringing my son, who's 20, so keep your daughter hidden.
Yeah, no, she's not coming this weekend. She's off to some drum and bass event in Bristol. But whatever you do this year, do me a favour. Don't drive into any tent pegs or anything, yeah?
Yeah, Adrian. Or don't let anybody drive into your vehicle.
Yeah, all that as well, yeah.
Still got it. Still got the scars. Yeah, but anyway, thank you everyone for watching tonight. And Mark, thank you for coming on, the main man of the original Detectival.
Yeah, man, it's Pete's baby now. He's adopted it, man, and he's just gonna, you know, it's like putting a child up for adoption, isn't it? I think I said that to someone before. It's like we can't give this child the best, so we'll pass it on to some parents that can. And Pete is the ideal parent to take this to amazing levels and great things, man. So
yeah, cool, mate. Cool, mate. All right, I agree, and well done for what you've done.
I'll see you bright and early Saturday morning, bud.
Yeah, all right, mate. I'll give you a cuddle.
Yeah, look forward to
I have
it.
no idea what they're saying to each other. It's just all like Cockney.
Cockney? We're bloody Northern.
Give him a Yorkshire pudding.
All right, geezer.
All right, geezer.
For watching.
Hey, what's wrong with your
Thank
boat
you for
race,
watching.
mate?
And on that note, we shall bid you adieu. Mark Chaos Theory?
Mark
Yeah.
Chaos. Just Mark Chaos. There's
Chaos,
no
Chaos
theory.
with a K. Chaos with a K.
Watch it.
Chaos with a
TikTok.
K.
On
Yeah,
TikTok.
Adrian or his
That's if
boy
you're a 12 or a
listens to
female.
loads of my SoundCloud mixes because I see his name pop up a lot.
And I download it and listen to it in my car all the time. The bass on it is, I'll talk to you about it. Yeah.
Man,
I
you
love
can't beat a good bit of bass, can you?
Oh, no.
Fuck off with Kenny Rogers, will ya? That's Luke.
Luke's got Islands in the Stream blaring out here.
All day he's been saying to me, I'm driving around with drum and bass, blaring out the pickup truck, and he's like messaging me going, put on some Kenny Rogers.
Carpenters. Yeah, I bet.
I had a two-word response for him. The first one began with F, and the second one was
no one in between.
Right. Thank you, everyone. Right.
Yeah.
We will-
Karaoke for you, Dave.
I'll be on it. See you all at the weekend. Come and say hello.
Yeah,
If not,
safe
we'll be
travels.
back same time, same place next week with Mr. Julian Evanhart, who will be discussing his recently launched new book, My Detecting Life. So we'll see you then. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Night, Adrian.